Russian FPV drones are getting more extreme. One flight wipes out multiple NATO armored units. What did they manage to annihilate this time? Keep your eyes on the story until the end. Let's start near Chasiv Yar. During an operation, a convoy of military equipment used by the Ukrainian armed forces was moving through a tense and heavily watched route. Unbeknownst to them, their movements were being closely monitored from the sky. According to information released by the Russian Ministry of Defense and reported by the Izvestia news site, an airborne unit from Ivanovo successfully detected the convoy. During a reconnaissance mission conducted by UAV units from the paratroopers, a Ukrainian armored column was identified. The convoy included several tanks and 3 armored vehicles, one of which was the legendary M113 personnel carrier, once formidable, but now vulnerable in the face of modern technology. Their mission was simple yet crucial: to rotate military personnel into the Yar region. But as is often the case in warfare, intentions rarely go as planned. A lack of vigilance and strategy left them exposed. On the battlefield, complacency can be fatal. An attack can come at any moment, from any direction. It didn't take long for the Russians to act. Once the intelligence was confirmed, the decision was made: a strike would be launched. Using a fleet of FPV drones, they carried out a precision attack. The skies roared, not with thunder or rain, but with explosion after explosion hitting their marks. The assault was so swift and coordinated that the Ukrainian column had almost no time to respond. In an instant, their equipment was obliterated. Dust, flames, and the deafening sounds of blasts were the only witnesses to the devastation. Nothing remained. No vehicles, no shelter, not even hope, which seemed to vanish along with the fire and smoke. Moving to Donbas, a grim stage for Ukraine's armored vehicles. In a battlefield riddled with traps and aerial surveillance, nothing is spared. From tanks to other armored vehicles, everything is reduced to rubble, as if there's no shelter from the sharp eyes of Russian drones. Every destroyed unit seems like a bundle of money burned in vain, highlighting that Ukraine may need to reassess its strategy if it hopes to keep moving forward. The presence of Russian FPV drones, increasingly skillful and deadly, poses a real threat. Even when targets hide behind terrain or artificial obstacles, the attacks still come. Just recently in Donbas, a Russian FPV drone, equipped with fiber optics for more precise navigation, zeroed in directly on a Kirpi, a Turkish-made infantry transport armored vehicle. This raises a lingering question. Are these losses considered insignificant because Ukraine believes it will continue to receive new shipments? Turkey has previously revealed it sent around 687 Kirpis to Ukraine. However, there's no clear information on how many were military aid versus purchases, nor how many remain intact today. The Kirpi isn't the only casualty on this brutal battlefield. Ukraine's T-64BV tanks have faced a similar fate. These tanks seem doomed from the start. Their track record in Ukraine underscores their fragility amid modern warfare technology. Many are destroyed before they can make a meaningful impact in battle. In Donbas, armored vehicles are not a dominating force. They're easy targets. One by one, they fall before they even have a chance to prove their worth. It's a bitter reminder that in the era of drones and precision intelligence, brute strength alone is no longer enough. Let's move on to another battlefield, this time in southern Donetsk, near Bahatur. Under a gray and tense sky, the eagle-eyed drone operators of the Vostok Forces Group spotted the shadow of an M113 armored vehicle. In an instant, a decision was made. There was no time for hesitation. An explosion erupted, and the M113 was destroyed. Black and white footage released by the Russian Ministry of Defense showed more deadly aerial hunts. This time, the stage was set in the Sumy region. The FPV drone team from the Sever Forces Group successfully neutralized a heavy Ukrainian drone known as Baba Yaga. The drone hovered aimlessly, seemingly unaware of the danger lurking nearby. Whether its operator was distracted or the Russian FPV drone was simply that fast and precise, one thing is certain: Baba Yaga never made it back. Back in southern Donetsk, the atmosphere grew increasingly grim. The FPV team from Rubicon Center continued to pose a constant threat, destroying Ukrainian armored vehicles one by one. From Kozak and Humvee vehicles to a variety of other armored units with different missions, all were targeted. Even a T-64BV tank was among the targets hit by Russian FPV drones. Communication assets and other Baba Yaga drones were also destroyed, unable to escape the sudden onslaught. It all happened quickly, too quickly. The vehicles seemed to sense their impending end, racing forward in desperation, but they couldn't outrun their fate. And now, southern Donetsk is slowly turning into a silent graveyard for armored vehicles that once roared across the battlefield. To close out today's episode, let's highlight a video clip that's currently making waves on the social media platform X. The video, uploaded by an account there, shows a deadly strike carried out by a Russian fiber-optic FPV drone. In the footage, the drone appears increasingly bold in targeting high-value assets. This time, a French-made 155mm Caesar self-propelled howitzer, now operated by Ukrainian forces. Immediately afterward, a follow-up strike occurs. This time, the target is an ATS-59 artillery tractor attempting to evacuate the damaged howitzer. However, the rescue effort ends in complete failure. The drone strikes again, destroying the tractor on the spot. As reported by Bulgarian military, it is time for change. The challenges on the battlefield now demand more than just firepower. They require intelligence and strategic agility. One crucial step is integrating unmanned aircraft with artificial intelligence to boost efficiency and accuracy in the field. In addition, real-time surveillance capabilities are becoming increasingly vital, allowing for swift responses to shifting situations. Equally important is the development of a resilient and flexible supply chain, ensuring sustained logistical support even under extreme conditions. Because in this environment, adaptation must outpace complacency. So, that's all for today, and thanks for watching.